Nod or shake reviews, Willie nod or Willie shake, yeah! Hello, Johnny here. Welcome to another thing of Nod or Shake reviews. Not if it's good, shake if it's not so good, and either way, you should check it out because you might find your new favorite movie. We're selling stuff, shirts, journals, baby clothes, all types of stuff for you to check out. You can see it on our social media accounts, NOS_reviews. So check that out and buy some stuff. And thank you to everyone who has, and thank you to everyone who does. Alrighty, and there might be some minor spoilers in this review. I'll try to be as vague as possible. So just stick around for the review and then maybe deck out. Alrighty, on to the review. Prey. I gave it a nod. A little bit of backstory, so maybe you can see where I'm coming from. I just watched all the Predator movies back to back, and I think because of how the world works and algorithms and all that nonsense, like, I was seeing all Prey stuff. Like, I was trying to ignore it, but it was all over the place. So I saw all the reviews saying it was like the greatest movie, and it was something you've never seen before, all this stuff, making it, like, really hyping it up for me. So when I saw it, I was like, yeah, it's good. It's a pretty good. I would watch it again, but I'm not, like, freaking out about it. The biggest praise I'm seeing so far is it's the best Predator movie since the first one. But it's like, could we talk about the repertoire of all the Predator movies? I mean, they're not, after the first one, they're either bad or they're okay. You're not going to learn anything new about the Predator. It didn't feel like a Predator movie. It was interesting to see, like, they really talked more about the hunting and the strategy of hunting, and, the Predator in this movie seemed like it was just starting out. I could be wrong, but it kind of seemed like it was getting messed up left and right by everybody. But I don't know. I'm just not like, yeah, like everybody else. One thing I give credit to was with sequels nowadays, it's like, hey, let's reference every minute detail in a movie that came out 30 years ago and people will love us. It didn't do that for quite a while, and then they did one line and I was like, they really did not need to do that, and I really wish they didn't do that. There's a callback to another Predator movie, which I kind of saw coming because I just watched one of the Predator movies, and I was like, okay, that was kind of cool. And there is kind of an end credit scene if you kind of look through the lines. The beginning, there's like 2 minutes, maybe a minute of credits of showing images, and if you look at that, there's kind of like a ominous ending. I felt like, I don't know if I'm just reading too much into that, but yeah, I don't know. There was some cool Predator moments. There was like a lot of cool choreography, which you don't really see in a Predator movie. So I give it that. I think if there was one thing I have to give a big nod to, was the fighting with the Predator. Some really cool stuff there. And I really wasn't crazy about the Predator design. I don't know. Finally, I think later in the Predator franchise, they had Predator dogs. The Predator was a giant. Predator did this, Predator did that. And they kind of simplified the Predator a little bit. He had a lot of weapons, which I'm like, all right, take away some of the weapons. I think the thing with the Predator, the more simple, the better. Like, you look at the first one is hands down, no one's going to argue with you, the best one in the franchise. It's because it's so simple. He has the knife, the plasma cannon, invisible, and he blows himself up. That's it. And then, as the movies progress more and more, you had this, you had that, you had this, you had that. It's like, Jesus Christ. He can make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's like, just simple. Keep it simple, man. Having said this, I would love to see more Predator movies set in different times, set in different planets. Maybe learning through Predators that way. I would like to see, like, an early stage of a Predator. Maybe not have all the cool gizmos. Maybe learn how they got all that stuff. It's weird, this movie takes place like 300 years before the first one, so you would think that the Predator would have maybe like simpler weapons. It's like, if anything, it had more advanced weapons, which I'm like, I kind of thought that you wouldn't see a Predator with all this cool technology. Anyway, I'm just ranting. Jim Bobby might have a review. I don't know. We'll see what he...
It's a nod. It's a nod. Ah. No, it was really good. There are a few things I just think you're never going to get again when watching a franchise movie, like first reveals. First time you see the Stan Winston creation of the original Predator is just such cinematic history that I don't think you're going to get that again. So they keep trying to up that bar by making the Predator bigger and more intimidating. Some of the designs I liked about it were showing the evolution or de-evolution of the equipment that they used. So since it's 1719 in the movie, they show Indians only using hatchets or a bow and arrow. So the idea is that the Predator and his equipment isn't going to be as sophisticated as it was in the original. So you got to see some cool things there. Cinematically, it was very well done. I also like the fact that you're able to watch it either in, the Americanized English, or you can actually watch the Comanche dub, which I thought was pretty cool. It's a nice little thing because, it's 1719 and you're watching a Comanche girl with her tribe. I also like the fact that if you're like a fan of the franchise, this is probably the first time a Predator was on our planet, because this Predator seemed to be not only looking for the biggest prey, but it was also like a cartographer, like where it was mapping out speeches and kind of like marking what each thing was with its vision. So a lot of cool things done. Definitely stuff that was in comic books long before that they put in this film, and it's definitely worth the watch, in my opinion. So watch it. Blah.
Thanks for cringing, and I don't know what's going to happen next week. There isn't any movies showing up, but subscribe, comment, and all that. Stay tuned, and you'll see what's coming up. Alrighty, thanks for cringing. See you next time.
Thanks for cringing.